Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. And if you are just joining my YouTube for the first time, this is the first time you are coming across this beautiful and wonderful channel, I welcome you in the name of the Lord. Okay, so today's episode is about making banga stew. The truth is, I did not plan making this particular vlog. So on Sunday I was cooking, and then my sister was like, okay, why don't I just vlog this part, like just record it and then put it on my YouTube. I was like, okay, let me do it. And guys, you can actually try it if you love Igbo food, if you love eating Igbo food, and maybe you've eaten banga stew somewhere and you want to try it at home. This video is for you. Okay, just simple. You don't need to start adding extra spices or anything. Everything I use preparing this banga stew is all natural. And if you have any question, you can just ask me on the comment section. I am going to answer every question. Okay, so the main ingredient you are going to be needing is this here. Yes, so this is the palm kernel. Yes, so that's your main ingredient for your banga stew. So the first thing you're going to do is to boil this. Depends on the quantity you are using. So what you're going to do is to boil this first. While you boil it, you're going to at least, let's say, leave it for like 30 minutes and then check it. It's going to be a bit soft. Then you sieve it out with your sieve and then you pound with your mortar. Okay, while you pound with your mortar, you know the way they do pap, like when you finish pounding, you add small water. Now the water from the palm kernel is, if you don't understand it, you can ask me. So guys, when you wash your palm kernel to the level of how you want your stew to be, you know the quantity of stew you cook normally. Okay, when you wash it to that like the quantity you want, just put it on your gas, allow it to boil and let it thicken. So enough of this talking, I'm done talking. So just watch while I cook. Okay. Mwah. So guys, this is my banga and it is ready for me to pound. I'm going to sieve it and put in my mortar, pound and wash with water so that I can be able to remove the banga water that I need, and which is this. So while we wait for our banga to boil and get sticking to the level we want, I'm going to parboil our protein. Now you can use any protein of your choice. You can use chicken, you can use goat meat, but for this particular one I'm using cow leg and beef, and I'm going to parboil it with onions, pepper, Maggi and salt. I don't like using extra spice. This is just what I'm going to use, but you can use any one of your choice. So while we are parboiling our meat and also boiling our banga to get sticking a little, we are going to prepare other ingredients. So first of all, we are going to wash our feet, and mind you, while we are washing your feet, make sure you use salt to wash properly. Some people use hot water, but in this case the fish look fresh, so they don't need for me to use hot water, so I'm just going to use my normal cold water and salt. And please make sure you wash your fish properly because of sand. Yes, wash it properly with salt. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is to wash our vegetable. This particular vegetable is very important. This particular leaf here is very important in banga stew. So they call it scent leaf or efiri or inshore. Please make sure you wash your vegetables with salt because of sand. You can see it. You can see the way the water is. I actually wash it more than twice for you to remove the sand that got inside from the farmland. Okay, so make sure you wash your vegetable. After washing it, slice it and then set aside. Please watch very well. So the next vegetable we are going to watch here is our ugu leaf. Yes, ugu leaf or pumpkin. Yes, that's what they call it. Also wash with your salt. You guys, can you see the dirty? That's why I don't advise you to wash your vegetable to slide your vegetable first. Make sure you wash it before sliding, so it will make you know the level of dirty you have in your vegetables. Slide your ugu and then set aside. So let's check our meat. You can see that it is ready. It is not too soft and it's not too strong. You know, the banga is going to make it soften a little, so you don't want your meat to be too soft, and end of the day when you finish cooking it to be too soft. I don't like beef especially that are too soft. So I'm going to put it back inside the banga water to boil a little, like to cook with it, so that it to be soft to the level that I want. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is to pour the meat water. Yes, you actually need it for your banga. Don't worry about it being too watery. Don't worry, just calm down. So you can see that it is still a little bit watery, but not too watery like the first time. So you are going to cover this to boil, and the next thing you're going to add is your fish that you've washed. Yes, add your fish, stir, and then cover to boil too for a while. And while we prepare the other ingredient, this particular ingredient is very important. Okay, this is what they call okpei. That's what they call it when you want to buy it in the market. It is very important in your banga stew. With yellow pepper, you can use red pepper, you can use Cameroon pepper, but for me I like using yellow pepper because it has this nice aroma it gives to your food. Like, nice aroma it gives to your food. Use Cameroon pepper to cook palm oil rice and 10 milliliter. So the other ingredient that is very important in this food is our crayfish. There is no Igbo food that is not prepared with crayfish. Like, crayfish is very important. So I'm going to blend the crayfish, the ekpei, and the pepper together. You understand? And your okpei, please, you don't need too much. Too much of it will make your food be something like okpei you get. So after grinding it, I'm going to pour it inside the pot. Can you see that our banga is getting thicker? Yeah. So while our crayfish is in there, I just added a cube of Maggi, like that two cube of Maggi inside this big pot of banga. You don't need a whole lot. And then the next thing you are going to pour is your onions. Please be generous with your onions at this point, depending on how you want your onions to be. And then you stir. Can you see that it's even like this is okay, and some people prefer it to be watchy, but I like mine like this. So the next thing we are going to pour in here is our scent leaf, our Nshon or Efere, whichever one you know it as. We're going to pour it in and then allow to boil for like 2-3 minutes. You don't need to boil a lot, and this particular leaf is very important. Like, you can't even skip it. It's actually good for the cholesterol in palm kernel. Okay, it helps reduce it. So while it's boiled, the next thing we are going to add is our Ugu leaf. Ugu leaf is not even supposed to be on the fire. Let's say 1 minute. Once you put it, stir 1 minute, you brought it down, and then your food is ready. Finally, please test for salt. I already tested mine, and there's no need for me to put salt, and I'm good to go. Okay, at this point you need to test for salt. If there's no enough salt, put in salt at this point. So this is how to prepare your banga stew. You can use whatever you want to use. This is how it's going to be when you're done. You can use beef, you can use chicken, you can use turkey. Okay? So guys, that's the end of our banga stew. I hope you learned something new today. You might be surprised I didn't add any spices, unless I forget. While I finished, if you notice, there was no place I added salt, because I had to test for salt last. That was the last thing I did, test for salt, and I found out that okay, there's enough salt in the stew, so that was why I did not add. So what you do after you finish putting your ugu, make sure that you test for salt, and if there's no salt, just add a little, and if there is, you're good to go. So there's no need for all those extra spices in the market. We call it banga spices. I don't use it. I'm not a fan of spice, and my banga stew tastes nice. Okay, so please make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm begging you. I think at the end of this video you should be able to brag differently that you can cook banga stew, and please make sure you try it. And when you try it, come back to this particular video and tell me how it was. If there's any need for correction, trust me, I am going to do that. Okay, any Igbo food you know you love, any Igbo soup you know you love, and you want me to record it, you want me to show you how to make it, just comment, and who knows, I might consider it. Like, comment, turn on your notification. You see one thing that look like bell, turn on your notification so that when next I post, you'll be notified that I post another lovely and nice video for you guys. Mwah. See you guys next week.